5 seconds of room sound.
Happy March, everyone. March is Women's History Month.
Yes, it is. I didn't know that until you brought it up, actually.
Yeah,
a couple nights ago.
Well, I added a bunch of international calendars to my Google Calendar, so I'm paying attention. But there's a few other things. I need everyone, if you haven't registered to vote yet, today is primary election. Hopefully you got out there and voted. I know I did.
And what's awesome about Minnesota is that we have same-day voter registration. So please exercise your right as a citizen when the next voting comes around and register to vote. It's very important, especially with how this sucky-ass administration has been.
But if you want to register now, go to the Secretary of State website. sos.state.mm.us/election voter registration/register to vote. I know that's a mouthful, but go and vote. It's not that hard. I registered to vote 3 times this year already. Once on Facebook, once I saw something on Twitter, and then I went to the DOJ. So we gotta do stuff. We gotta make sure this queef gets out.
Alright.
But next up we've got Tuesday, March 26th, 2020 at 8 p.m. Admiral Fox, Zippo Man, Hayes Grazer, and Will the part-time wolf, or part wolf. Tuesday, like, that's gonna be a good show. Wednesday, March 11th, there's another one. Jack Fritz, Toss Hopkins, and Excelsior. Friends of the show Excelsior.
And then Friday, April 10th, 2020 at 8 p.m. XCLR live at Club Underground.
It's pronounced Excelsior.
Excelsior live at Club Underground.
I've done that too.
With Mellifluous, Analog Vibe, and Excelsior. These are really great local artists. We've had Admiral Fox on our show before. So we highly recommend you guys checking them out. Check out their Facebooks and stuff that has all the info on how to get tickets. Alright.
Disco.
Definitely. Alright, so how is everybody doing today this week?
Are we into the show already?
We're into the show, yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Fucking
I've been doing
great.
good. I've been doing good.
And we have a guest tonight. And feel free to introduce yourself.
What's going on? My name's Mark Gonzalez.
Better known as Base of Sound, Base of Mind.
Base of Mind.
Base of Mind. I'm sorry. I'm already high.
Yeah, I've been smoking all day for sure.
Yeah, that's us all the time. And yeah, and what's your name?
I'm Victoria.
Victoria.
Chill with my lady.
Yes. Well, thanks for hopping by, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad I saw that little ad and like, I don't know, I have like my own little podcast set up, but I haven't like aired anything yet, and like I'll met with a couple other people around the city. I just want to see what's going on, and like I have a lot of art projects going on, and I just like feel like this is like the best and newest way to like share local art, including your own and like others obviously, and see what else is going on in the scene, you know, because
it makes me happy when people think like I do. Like,
yeah, good like-minded podcast. I like was told I could break ganja. Like, yeah, I'm fucking there. Let's talk about some real shit, you know? I love that.
That's kind of my thing. Is like everything I've been doing on this YouTube channel for the last 6 years has to involve weed. It's like it has to,
and it's legal. So like, I'm from California. I'm from Oakland. You know, and I work with a lot of people from around the state. So like, when I talk to my boss about weed, like, it's okay. It's okay, you know, it's okay now. Like, we can, like, be free and open-minded about it. Like, it's 2020, and, like, let's make that shit legal and just, like,
right.
I don't know. Drama and all that, fucking, like, people going to jail. We don't need all that.
Yeah, no, when I lived in Oregon and it's legal there, it was nice that I could just, like, pull up to a parking lot and walk in a store and get all the shit I wanted.
No, it was definitely one of my favorite things about the West Coast. Is like be able to go into a dispensary at 7 at night and get some weed.
Yeah.
Like after work, instead of getting that 6-pack of beer, I just go there and get bud or edibles.
Well,
and...
let's not talk about the recreational piece. Let's talk the actual medical piece. Like, it's nice to go and be like, some people can't smoke some types of weed because they like shake or get paranoid or just like get really uncomfortable.
Oh no,
with
that's
edibles
true.
and stuff too. So it's kind of cool to go in and be like, I really need this for actually that, and not like lie to kick it or fake the funk, or like go to an actual dealer that might have some like lace shit. She talks to me about that all the time. Like,
oh yeah,
you
lace
just never know,
very...
Well, I've never smoked lace weed, but I bought lace weed.
Okay.
And I've done the test.
I'm gonna just sell this right off too. I don't want this.
I did the test where like, well, you light it, you see if it catches on fire, and if it catches, a whole bud just catches on fire.
Starts crackling and sparkling.
That shit is lace.
Very lucky that I've
that wet.
not have come across laced weed.
You're lucky, yes.
Because there's obviously some dealers that I've obviously like, I'm not gonna message you again because you're too creepy.
If I want anything laced, I'll take a Xanax. God knows what's in that shit these days. Fuck that though.
I don't know. If I want to get lace, I'll just eat a whole pan of pot brownies to myself.
Yeah, that's a good way to like go under quick. Good night.
But yeah, and yeah, I mean, no, this week it's a decent start. I mean, the election's going on right now, and I mean, most polling places don't close till 8, so we won't get the results till after this is done. But
It's exciting.
I hope Bernie wins. That's who I voted for.
I want Bernie to win again because I've been supporting him since, I don't know, 2012.
Yeah, you've definitely.
I've been on the Bernie train since before the last election.
People are gonna hate me, but I did not vote for Bernie.
Who'd you vote for? If you don't want to, you don't have to say.
I just feel like Bernie. Definitely didn't vote Republican. Okay, but like I definitely don't think Bernie's just like a realistic, less of a realistic dream that he's trying to feed in a lot of people. Not trying to feed, it's good real shit that we all want, but like it's not gonna happen. We need to be realistic. So I voted for someone that actually has a chance in the race to actually beat Donald Trump. I don't think like if Bernie was running against someone else, he would smash. But like with the money and everything, how everything's rigged and shit, I just don't think like he has a realistic chance. And he's fighting as hard as he can. He's up there with the polls. And like I'm for him for sure. I'm for all the candidates that's against the opposing evil for sure.
Well,
but I just like I said, it was my first time voting, so I really like had to study my shit and really think about it, And
I mean, that's the smart thing to do. That's what
everyone's
supposed to do.
You want to like legalize weed first day in office? Like, there's so many other issues besides that. Like student loans, cool. Like, but like doesn't pertain to me. Like I've been to college, but I pay for cash. Like I like work around it. I don't like set myself up either for failure and then complain about the situation I just put myself in. That don't make sense.
It's
what I'm saying?
I went to college too, but I didn't accrue a butt ton of debt.
Yeah.
But I understand that a lot of people do. Like,
I get it, yeah.
My mom, she's got a bunch of debt.
But I've seen people shove like student loan like money up their nose, bro. I just don't like, and then complain about debt money. But like, bro, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, I've seen people live off their student loans.
But I mean, that's what it's for though too. You gotta live, you gotta eat though. But like, where's the line?
The thing that gets me with like the student loan situation at times is like I don't like how predatory they got. Yes. That's the thing that got me is like I can completely understand what's like it kind of like you were being irresponsible with the money. I totally can understand that and holding a person accountable for their actions. But with like how
if I got like $20,000, I'd be gone in Africa with that money.
It's like don't get me wrong. It's like I can understand what it's like when people are like you're being irresponsible, but then there's like certain people who are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna work at it and actually do it, and then the interest rates just keep building up. And
how are you supposed to get good credit?
People also choose to go to schools that have a prestigious name and stuff and spend thousands and thousands.
Exactly.
Companies will pay for it too in the long run. It pays off itself.
But I mean, like I became a machinist for a bit. Like I went to trade school and everything, and I always like to recommend trade school to with people. Mainly because of the fact like
that's what I do right now.
Yeah, trades. Like I tried college and I did complete my degree, but like at the same time though, like it was a lot later in life. And I think at times when you leave high school, you just need time to like check in with yourself.
Oh, I totally.
You know what I mean?
There's no way in hell I was gonna go straight to school after.
I mean, I went to school straight after, and I kind of like wish like I did it a couple years later, you know? Because then I feel like I'd have a better head on myself. Like I didn't have a chance to really like be an adult. It was like I'm in one daycare to another daycare, and the other daycare puts me in debt.
I'm so sorry you felt that way during your time in university.
When I first started.
It's like when I was in the university, I was just like, I'm free. I can do what I want to do. But then again, I had a different childhood than you. I grew up in the fucking juvenile justice system, so it was like foster homes and placements. So it was like moving back home and going to college. It's like, yeah, I'm free. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
That's a big step, bro. That's a big step. Moving up out of that shit, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's hard.
But I mean, I dropped out, so.
I dropped out the first time, yeah. But I had 2 more years. I had to finish it, you know.
Yeah.
College.
Yeah, I hardly graduated, but I got my diploma and I moved out to California. I went to college for entrepreneurship and oceanography, and then I started my own company when I was 21 years old. I moved to Montana and started my own promotion company and started running like music festivals and like started renting out clubs and booking acts and bands and like experimenting like what the scene's like and like flying around campus and just hanging out and meeting people and like sound guys, light guys, and like eventually moved up and like rented out Lolo Hot Springs and like had like a pool stage, river stage, and like had all this shit going on.
That's dope.
And did that for a while and then moved back to California. Tried to do that in California. That shit is not the same. Like you're gonna be paying like $1,200 for a studio spot or like try to book artists and they want like $20K. You're just like, fuck, where's my budget? But you see an investor. It was hard, so I got out of it and just like started just making music and shit like that.
That's cool though. What made you move to Minnesota?
My kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, and I have family out here, so just felt like, I don't know, I started painting out here and just started finding good work out here, and it's really expensive in California. Yeah. I feel like you have to be a cop, gang member, or a drug lord, you know, to like really make it out West Coast.
Yeah, no, I get it.
This shit's hard.
When I lived in Oregon, it was pretty hard. Like, I barely made, like, me and my roommate barely scraped by. When we moved out, we were, like, really, really happy that they let us move out before our lease was fully up. But, no, it's hard out west. But I like Minnesota. It's a chill state.
I mean, Minnesota's cool.
Like -50.
It's okay. I'm constantly at war with Minnesota.
Oh, God, especially in winter. Like, fuck, man. Summertime, it's like,
we haven't had a bad winter.
Yeah, you guys don't know what bad winters are. Thank you, by the way.
What's a good winter? Like 2 years ago? I just moved back here like 3 years ago.
No, dude. The worst winter I've experienced in my adult life was 2014. It would not stop fucking snowing. Like, it got to a point where they didn't even know where the fuck to put the snow, so Uptown was, like, a nightmare to drive in.
Oh, God.
You think Uptown... Dude, there was, like, streets that I couldn't even go down.
Wow.
That year.
Because they just don't plow the back streets.
Well, they plow it,
They don't do it regularly enough because they can't.
Over here, they don't. Like, Northeast. I live in Northeast, like, over by Diggytown. They don't do it. They don't come by.
Yeah, no, they don't
like,
do it.
Like, maybe a private little small truck might come by and look out for everyone or hit the alleyway. Excuse me.
No, because in Uptown they have to clear the street, but the thing is in Uptown there's barely any parking, so people park in the streets.
Yeah.
And these roads have been around since like 1800s, so a lot of them have that small, like narrow ass lane that can barely fit a truck now. And I work in Uptown, so it's just like trying not to hit somebody is like a miracle in my book.
Do you have parking for your job in Uptown? Or do you
I don't. I have to park. Like the main place I park on is Bryant, so I have to like.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's such an interesting part of North. I like it. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I don't know. North has been changing and growing. It's like I've lived in Minnesota for 28 years.
Okay.
But it's like. We moved from the suburbs. Like we moved from the suburbs to Minneapolis in like '99, and I don't know.
It's been changing, especially when the storm came through and ripped up all of Penn, bro.
Yeah, all of Penn.
I don't know if you remember that, but like
it was like once like past Larry, everything is like torn up, like
boxed up. People were
there was so many
everywhere.
people who like lost their houses, lost their businesses.
That was the worst thing that ever happened.
Well, I remember, like, they had to utilize Facebook to, like, make sure everybody was okay.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Like they.
What year was that? When
2012, I think.
That was like 2012, I think so. I remember Joplin got hit the same day. Joplin,
like
Missouri.
out of all places, why Northside? Like really?
Believe me, everybody was surprised. It's so close to the city. They didn't think a supercell would start to form.
Yes.
Like, why
People
not
were
hit
surprised.
YZ where they can afford that shit?
But-
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it's like, there's a history of tornadoes hitting the inner city in Minnesota.
It's just
like
very rare.
the Sears Tower, which is Global Market now.
Yeah.
That got hit by a tornado and was tore up in the 80s.
Well,
like
yeah, but-
84, 85.
But we didn't have as many tall buildings as we do now, though.
Yeah, that also was a big difference.
And even back in 2012, like, we still had a lot more buildings than in the 80s. The only thing,
not by much though.
not by much, no, but like it was a big surprise for everybody. Like even hell, I was surprised. I live in Brooklyn Park, so like that we get tornado warnings all the time, so I'm used to that because it's a suburb.
Well, I didn't trip on the tornado warnings over here.
I did. I'm scared of that shit, man. Twister, that shit
I've been in
fucked me up.
so many tornado warnings.
I really
Numb to
wasn't
it.
too worried. I should have been. After I saw the damage everywhere else, I was like, maybe I should have been worried, but I
Did
was
you hear
just
about the
chilling in my
ones in
room watching
Tennessee?
Dark Knight.
Did you hear about the ones in
Oh yeah,
Nashville
that
lately?
just happened.
Yeah, like
Just happened?
yeah, it was like over like a I forgot.
They
the stretch. but it
tornado
was-
hit at like 1 a.m.
Tornado
this
Alley?
morning.
Oh damn!
Yeah, like they ripped up
Um,
like 100. I don't know how many miles. I'm not. Gonna say
Yeah,
100,
watching the
Steven,
news,
but,
there's like storefronts and houses just completely gone.
yeah.
Shit, global warming, man! I
One
swear
of
to God.
ABC's, their local ABC affiliates, producers, a tree went through his bedroom window.
What's going down?
That
in
must have been
Nashville?
something fun to wake up to.
They were scared.
I think we when I was in 9th grade, we had a really bad storm and we actually had damage on my house. And the thing was, a tree hit my bedroom window, and that scared the shit out of me. And I ran downstairs, and my
I'd be
parents
scarred
already.
too, but I'm sleeping in the basement.
But
Safest place in the house.
my parents were getting the pets in the basement, and they were gonna get me and my sister after, because pets have a mind of their own, they just wander. And I was like, you didn't tell me there was a tornado siren going on.
You didn't hear it?
I sleep like the dead.
Really?
He knows.
Depends on the night for me.
I wish I could sleep like the dead.
I kinda could if I could get drunk enough.
Especially if I smoke a shit ton.
See, I can't smoke too much where I'm like, I fall asleep and I'm dead, because then I wake up with a weed hangover.
Kush
I don't know what
coma.
that is.
And
I don't get those.
I'm just always smoking. Yeah, I'm just.
I always
smoke
get
if I
that.
never get
That's-
that.
If I smoke,
But I can
late
fall
into the
asleep
night.
like this.
Oh, yeah.
You
I'll
wake
ask
up
her,
with groggy.
give me 5
I mean,
seconds,
fuck.
and I'm asleep.
When I used to take medications, I'd have like that groggy, the medicinal hangover.
Mm-hmm.
But I've yet to get that with weed. But I did get that one thing where I
Edibles would do that. for
Yeah.
me. Or dabs from dabbing late and fall
I have
asleep
yet
on
to
dabs.
try dabs.
Yeah,
I want
right
to
on.
though.
If it's like something you're not like, I don't know, if you feel like it's too intense. I don't know, it's been too intense for me. I have guaranteed my soul that I was gonna die a couple times. I'm like, this is it. Like, no cap, like I'm gonna die today.
I think you can handle dabs, my dear.
What?
I think you can handle
Low-
dabs, my dear.
Now
think
with
I
all
can?
the low temps and all the diamonds and all that shit going on, like it's better than the cartridges, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, fuck a cartridge. With all
Yeah.
those people fucking crappie flopping, like all those dank ones, whatever the brand, dank. You know, if
Yeah.
y'all still smoking that shit,
Dank
y'all are
vapes.
whack as fuck.
I mean,
Call y'all out right now. That
I'm
shit's so bad for you.
staying away from I don't know. I'm staying away from vapes at the moment. But like, I do like them in the car because then it doesn't make the car smell.
Or at
Oh,
work
yeah.
too, yeah. Just be in the bathroom so I can take a company shit, get high as a bitch, come
Go
out
to-
and go back to work.
Family get together, smoke up, so you can just stand them for the next hour.
Exactly, yeah.
Thank you.
You'd be like, here, this is tobacco. Psych.
Okay, you want to read that 12-hour erection?
Yep.
Y'all got
So-
that hemp lighter? Let me see that hemp lighter. That shit's tight. Let me see that.
So, we read off like weed
Those are
news.
so handy.
So this guy gets a 12-hour erection when he gets high. And if for those of you who
What does
like,
he get high off of?
I'm reading it. So doctors at a Georgia hospital believe that smoking cannabis was the reason why a man had to repeatedly visit the emergency room with erections lasting up to 12 hours. That may sound like a win-win, you get high and turn into Johnny Sins. It's actually a pretty serious condition. Priapism, as it's called, is a medical term for unwanted, painful erections that last more than 4 hours.
Painful.
Patient described in a case study recurrent priapism in the setting of cannabis use and came into the emergency room with painful erection and told doctors he'd been smoking weed several times a week for the past 6 months.
Is that all it takes?
I have a feeling he had some lace shit. Like, they laced it with something, because I know weed...
I need to get my numbers up.
Some Viagra or something.
I mean, like, it was some, like, Viagra
Viagra.
powder. Yeah, something like that.
Well, no, there was a man in China who was arrested for selling vape cartridges that had Viagra in them.
Hey, that's the plug.
I mean...
Well, the thing is like, you're supposed to just hit it once, not just keep
I want
smoking
people
it like
that actually
people do vapes.
Right. I want some clean shit. I want to know what I'm
So,
smoking.
yeah, they ran a full battery of tests, and he was
Sounds like
super...
a personal problem.
Yeah, super healthy, except for highly elevated blood pressure. And then
They all
someone...
went to his dick.
And then someone quoted saying, on physical exam, the patient was mildly hypersensitive with an erect, swollen, and tender penis.
Ooh, no ninja lighter.
According to the case study, the man took no other medication, and doctors couldn't find any medical cause for his unwanted erections. So, I think he might have either come with some lace shit. That's the only thing I can think of, because cannabis can help, with shit in the bedroom, don't get me
It
wrong.
definitely does improve blood flow. But that is a new one on me.
So that's the only thing I can think of if he isn't taking Vicodin and irresponsible. Not Vicodin, the other one.
I mean, it sounds like a good time until it's uncomfortable.
Viagra.
It's like you just touch it and like, holy shit, man. I would love to go to the doctor and like,
I can't
Nurse,
keep my penis
nurse.
not be hard.
I don't know what's going on, man. I'm high as hell. Like, I
Mine's
just
just
smoke
Steve
weed and all of a sudden my
Carell,
dick's
40-year-old
hard.
virgin.
That's literally what I'm hearing
man.
from this stuff.
I actually had to take a guy to the hospital once because his erection wouldn't go away.
Was he smoking weed?
He wasn't smoking weed.
I was about to say, what's the strain?
Did he take a Viagra?
Yeah,
What?
what?
Yeah,
What was the strain this dude was smoking?
He doesn't say the strain of what he took.
That'd be tight though.
But yeah, because but it is a serious, like, this priapism is a serious condition because if it gets trapped in the penis for more than 4 hours, it
What
becomes
gets trapped in the
deprived of
penis?
oxygen, which can in turn lead to damage to penile tissue, with notable destruction obvious at 12 hours. So essentially, like, it'll make it, like, less sensitive and might even help not even be able to get an erection after. So, you need to get that shit treated. But no, like, he took, I can't remember exactly what he
Is
said.
there
I
an
don't know if it was
in-between?
Viagra or what, but it just wouldn't go away. And he was, like, freaking out at, like, hour 4. And I'm like, well, let's just go to the hospital. We'll be fine.
I'd be going through my phone and be like, shit, we're going to the strip club.
We tried taking it care of the old-fashioned way.
Oh,
It didn't work.
That's what it says?
Like,
Did it say
it
that?
can't do that, because
Okay,
what they'll do is
I was
they'll
trying to
take
figure
a,
out.
typically with priapism, what they do is they take a giant needle, stick it in the penis,
Ooh.
and then drain the blood out.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Yes, that's the...
Women have, like, we have our set of problems, but at least we don't have to deal with that.
That's the only thing I'm happy about.
Don't say it like it's a common thing.
Hey!
Is it? Is that...
Dude, like, we have periods, like, we have so much shit that we have to, like, deal with.
Yes, and then you had to deal with the pink tax on top of everything. I don't envy you.
Dude, did you hear about what Scotland did?
No.
Scotland has
it's
free
Women's
pads and
Month, bro.
tampons.
Yeah, I didn't.
I was
Let's get
so
rid of the
happy when
pink
I heard that,
tax.
and I wanted to move to Scotland just for that reason.
Super cool.
Yeah, no, I was really happy because, like, I mean, I have an IUD which takes care of my periods largely, but I used to have like really bad shit. I had to spend like hundreds of dollars a month on pads and
A
tampons.
house full of women. I was raised in a house full of women. There's always so many pads and tampons.
Yeah, no, my mom and my sister and me outnumbered my dad, so yeah, bunch of that stuff. However, they didn't like the products I liked. So, because, you know, you have your product that you like. There's the one that you always go to, you know, and it's usually because of the fact you doesn't cause many issues down there and doesn't create, you know, stuff like that. That's why I
Risk
usually
of
have
toxic
it.
shock and whatnot.
Exactly.
So if there's any famous like woman figure like that you would like to meet, who would it be? And,
Oh.
why?
Okay, either Kathleen the Great, because she got a shit ton of dick in her day. And she was
That's
a
not
very, a very adventurous woman.
Okay.
Well, I mean, not only that, she was a very powerful woman too.
Pick one. You're about to pick two.
Well,
is that the one? The queen of the dick?
No, not.
Dick
well,
queen?
there's two women I want to meet, and then I want to meet actually Josephine Baker.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Why?
She's a dancer from the 1920s and 30s, and she's black, and she grew up in Harlem, and then moved to France to learn like ballet and stuff, and like basically just was like fuck you to America because France didn't have segregation, so she could pretty much do whatever the hell she wanted essentially within means, of course. Still man's world, but like she like became like an outspoken critic of the government. She was a resistance fighter during World War II and helped the French resistance. Was poisoned by a fucking Nazi and survived it. Like, she's a badass dancer.
She sounds bad.
And
dancing on
Where's
the
she
Nazis.
she's from Harlem in New York. That's where she was originally born. And then she moved to France to learn dance, I think in her late teens, early 20s, I think. Because she did some dancing here, but then she got seen by a person from France at a club, I think, if I remember correctly. But no, she's, and again, she got all the dick too, so I always admire women who didn't really give a shit about restrictions when it came to, like, typical love, and we're like, you know what, I like this guy, we're gonna fuck. So, yeah.
That is super cool.
Catherine,
not old-fashioned.
Not old-fashioned, and it's not like I don't put people down for being old-fashioned, like,
yeah,
that's the life for them, but it's like,
her and I are gonna wait till we're married.
That's fine.
I'm fucking kidding, dude.
Okay, so to say, like, I don't judge people. I work at a sex shop.
We just went to Sex World last night.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, to be honest, I don't give a shit. Like, I've, you meet people like at like any given day that are like, yeah, we're gonna wait till marriage, but we do this stuff instead.
Okay, so always.
Which is so backwards and hypocritical.
But sex isn't sex.
It's so hypocritical.
Butt stuff 2020.
I mean, I grew up Catholic, and I got down with Catholic girls on that
Fuck
reason.
Yeah, dude. You turn them into sinners, huh?
No, it was always them. That's just it.
Like,
I was always surrounded by
you brought the
females who were more sexually aggressive than I was growing up. So that was a benefit to me.
Yeah, I was pretty much celibate all of my kid career, essentially.
Where's the choke?
Oh, the choke's gonna be a hole right here.
So yeah, just let's go the choke and clear it.
And then so then now, okay, so in Michigan, I don't know if you guys know, Michigan has it recreationally. I can't talk in English.
Michigan lawmakers may ask Congress to clarify legality of marijuana.
And that's a big thing because, well, they made it technically legal in the House a couple months back.
I think it's a good thing and a bad thing, though. I mean, like...
Sort of. It's basically, like, it's in a weird legal gray area because now it's just left up to the states. The government has essentially said, like, we're not gonna, like...
Well, because Minnesota is medical, is legal.
Yeah, but
Minnesota's medical program is bullshit. We have the worst medical program in the country.
It's super hard to get. I'm still on the waiting list to get mine. I called like 4 months.
My mom had
uncle
cancer.
has it, so like I'll get it from him. Medical stuff.
It's still hard to get.
My mom had cancer, and when I urged her to do it because she was barely eating from the chemo, she's like, "Well, no, I have to pay $200 to register." And that's before I get
really?
Yeah, it's like 150, 200. Yeah, for sure.
It's like,
and you have to get on the list. You have to wait for it.
And I've sat in with my mom on her doctor's appointments, and she's had multiple doctors say that it's probably just cheaper for her to keep her dealer because of all the.
That's illegal. That's the worst advice I've ever heard.
Well, I mean, when I was seeing a therapist,
did she get a like pass go, like collect 200, like get out of jail free card?
Yeah, it's like, and I myself have a psychiatrist recommendation for CBD products.
Yeah.
So it's like
My buddy grows CBD and runs a CBD company. It's so nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah. It's nice, but like I don't know, it's sketchy because like man, if I was like transferring 3 pounds from Wisconsin, like fucking Minnesota or wherever the hell I'm getting it from, what if I get pulled over?
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell the cop like, bro, I promise this is 100% legal.
Well, that's
He's
the
gonna
thing with
laugh
the-
and like put your hands behind your back or shoot my black guy.
Well,
Not about.
I mean, that's a big risk.
You know
I
what
always
I'm saying?
fucking hate that shit.
But it's cool because you know it's applying a whole different wave that's happening right now. You know, towards legality. And what I was saying earlier about like how I think legalization is gonna ruin the weed industry is because now people are just gonna be, what is AK-47 anymore? Everything's gonna be crossbred. It's gonna be like a French pit. It's gonna be like a French pit bull. It's like they have nothing but health problems. You know why? Because people have been crossbreeding that fucking breed for nothing but generations, and it comes out fucking, excuse my language, retarded. And you're gonna be nothing but paying extra shit, and that's what happens with weed strains. It's the same thing. It loses its potency. You can't check. It's not 28%. Like people just don't know. They just slap labels on it and it has wrong like regulations on it, and like they just do whatever they can to pass code. And they come and their shit gets popped. And like you know, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
It's cool that it's legal, but you have to look at the backbone of the growers and like what they go through, you know, because what lines are they? They don't even know what lines across because the laws are so finicky because it just became legal.
I mean,
and the cops look at it as easy pickings, dude. It's fucking ducks in a barrel.
Well, I mean, with cops now, because of the whole thing with Congress, you can just say it's hemp and they can't fucking touch you.
Yeah, they can.
Well, unless if they have a warrant for your car. Like, if they have a warrant
I
for
mean,
your
cops
car,
can do whatever they
in
want to
Minnesota,
do.
yeah.
Cops don't give no
That's
fucks
weed,
about
that's
the law.
weed,
So,
man.
if you, I mean,
your
Wisconsin,
hands-
I don't know their laws.
Put your
but
hands
They have,
there.
they have
South
zero
Dakota-
tolerance in Wisconsin.
South Dakota, you can't even have CBD.
Yeah, zero. That's super
You can't
zero
even like
tolerance.
carry CBD because like I was like a half an hour from Sioux Falls,
Oh,
and
yeah?
so like when I would go there for
Well,
groceries and shit, like I couldn't have anything on me, even like CBD, because I could literally get arrested.
But it's
for
good to
having
be
CBD on me.
active in it.
damn.
Keep carrying around CBD and keep having that regulation on you. Keep having those papers because it's gonna help. You know, and cops will be more susceptible to it, and they're like, what? They're gonna waste their time
It's
because
true.
you're just gonna get out.
I'm
jail
not like
free
some
or whatever,
like
like,
dealer
yeah.
or something. I'm just like I got some CBD in my car. Side.
Right. And
But I'm talking about on the
sucks.
distributor
Yeah.
side too.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's going to be interesting once it becomes fully legalized. The main thing I'm worried about is Monsanto and all those patent seed fuckers.
well, yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, GMOs have a decent potential to do good in the world, and all weed today is technically a GMO. It's been crossbred so many times and everything like that, and has been used with
You'll know the-
hydroponics and shit.
But
You'll know the commercial brands that are gonna be like super government run if you ever been to Colorado and like
Well, yeah.
seen like the ones
I
that are
mean,
the
the
most
big
popular.
two in
Just do your
Minnesota right now
research.
are Pfizer and Bachman.
It's medicine. Yeah,
Like,
Bachman's is
you were
going
telling me about
crazy right now, taking over the CBD and hemp industry right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Someone who I'm trying to get on our podcast is a grower for those companies. Is a
Really?
industrial
Yeah.
hemp grower.
That's sick.
And I don't know. He had to go to Texas, but hopefully he'll be back soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of
But
course.
it's crazy that
They'll pay
the
buku money
companies-
to shut down any other people that are
Well,
trying to compete.
The thing
too.
is, when they
They're
were
the
putting it into
McDonald's
place,
of
when they first
CBD.
legalized it up here, the only companies that were able to apply were the corporations, were the big companies like Pfizer Medical and Bachman Plants.
Right.
It's like those corporations. The thing is like companies like Bachman's and Monsanto, they could do so much good with GMOs, but they're greedy.
Right.
They're fucking
That's what I'm
greedy.
saying,
It's like
yeah.
GMOs have the potential to end world hunger in the right hands.
Right.
It's like we just talked about an apple that doesn't spoil.
Yeah, it doesn't turn brown.
It's
And
like
that's
But
really
see,
cool.
If you can afford to not eat that food, that should totally be the route. Because like we are blessed to like go to the farmer's market and like get something fresh. We're not in the position where we need mass produced food.
yeah,
We
and
live
it's
in
like,
America.
I mean, we run our own community garden
It's so
out here in the
nice.
summer
Yeah,
and
dude,
spring.
North has so many good like community gardens.
It's
It's
like-
so tight. But back to the weed, yeah, it does get controlled, you know, too. People want it regulated.
And that's one of the things I've been trying to fight for is the proper control with legalize weed now in Minnesota normal.
And then we just grow our own, just like tomatoes, man.
That's the plan. That's what we want. We want adults to be able to grow 4 to 7 plants. So 4 to 7 plants for each adult.
Pickle Rick.
I'm so excited. I've been seeing these like all over the net, and I've been wanting to
Some of
smoke
them are
from a
really
pickle Rick.
shitty made and look kind of weird.
I saw
Like,
a cool
that's a
little
solid
bong
one,
piece.
man.
We were at the smoke shop and it was like a little bong piece or something.
I like
I love pickle.
those straight shoes.
Dude, I fucking love Rick and Morty. Can I just say that? That show is so fucking bomb. Like,
Shout out to the old heads.
So
yeah.
So, let me bring up a little topic, a little bit of sci-fi. Like, what do you guys feel about, like, with, like, I don't know, my book that I'm writing, like, has to do with a lot of, like, futuristic sci-fi. I don't know if you guys are into, like, apocalyptic stuff like that.
Yeah,
I have my podcast that I'm going to be premiering is set in a post-apocalyptic sci-fi dystopian society.
Oh,
That's what
cool.
And it's a
I'm writing
time-traveling
about.
prostitute.
Oh
Yes,
my
right.
god,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, that's Betty Apollo.
Hell yeah.
She's a guest, and it's premiering
What's
this week, but, like... I helped write it, and it's one of my favorite. Like, I love sci-fi. I love it.
That's kind of what I've been writing about. So basically, I've been having a lot of repetitive dreams about like someone that has a really special ability, and the world like ends for whatever fucking government clash of like nuclear war or whatever. And then so the government tries to like, there's survivors, and they try to like recreate a society based on this one person that has a special ability to like restart something every time he dies. And so they're trying to like implant, like they're trying to like extract that from his brain and like implant that into everyone else so they can have a perfect society.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I have those dreams all the time, and I'm that person that has that ability, and like they're just like trying to track me down because I have all these fucking like abilities that can like help create a certain society because I have like the actual key, like perfect knowledge to absolutely everything. I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying, like,
That's
it was
in the
like in my
dream,
dream,
yeah.
I just have this, like, feeling like people are after me for these fucking, like, keys to, like, knowledge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And so I'm pretty far into it, and I hope to have the book, like, published in, like, at least probably 6 months to a year.
That sounds so cool. I would love to read it.
Yeah. I don't have a title for it, but, like, I don't know, I'm pretty into it. I work on it. I try to almost every day. I don't know, it's either that or music or just work, but I think, like, I try to tie in, like, modern, like, political things that are going on right now, so I can, like, try to keep people updated. And it sucks that I'm, like, writing it in this time, because, like, if you look at Netflix, all that shit's all over, like, if you've seen 100, or, like, all that shit, like, is, like, about post-apocalyptic shit, because, like, that's kind of where we're headed. Like, people are thinking like super abstract, or like, scaring people so they're more really interested, kind of like American Horror Story, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And like, but I've just been having these dreams for my own personal relations, and it sucks that I'm like trying to create something that's like already in a wave. I just feel like I'm a little too late, but like there's no way, because I've had that inspiration now, and I can't fight it. If I have that inside of me, I'm gonna let it out. I'm just
You have your own
hammer it out.
character with it too, though.
Not only that, live your best life, man. You just gotta do it better. That's the main
It's
thing.
not just be an author and I'm gonna do book science and like try to like, I'm just doing it for me because it's therapeutic. I consider myself a good writer, and there's a lot going on. It should be exciting.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting. What?
Okay, let's go to this Bernie one.
Okay. So Bernie Sanders touts marijuana legalization plan in South Carolina ad ahead of primary. Well, okay, so we all know that Biden won the South Carolina primary and everything. He pretty much won it in a landslide. But this was on before that. In a new television ad, 2020 Democratic presidential candidate outlined his criminal justice reform plan, emphasizing that he will legalize cannabis and expunge prior marijuana convictions, among other actions. Our criminal justice system lets crooks on Wall Street who destroyed our economy walk free, while 1 in 3 black men go to prison. Bernie Sanders is fighting for justice, and he always has. He'll fix our broken justice system so that it works for everyone, not just the wealthy. The ad narrated by actor Danny Glover. Ooh, that's a good actor. Sanders' campaign surrogate states, he'll end police misconduct and cash bail, legalize marijuana, expunge past convictions, invest in jobs and education instead of jails and incarceration. Which, you know, to be honest, like, we need to have, like, when marijuana gets fully legal, which I'm pretty sure it will be in my lifetime, we need to have it as part of reparations.
Oh, I completely could not agree more. I was just talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
Again, that's what I've been fighting for with normal and legalized now, is that the people that are most adversely been affected by this war on drugs get the first dibs on growing for themselves, on making money for their communities.
And not only that, it would make it more real anyway. Fucking A, you let white people do shit, it gets so fucking plastic and corporate. Fuck that noise.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of...
Unless if they're, like, old hippies, but I
don't know. I'm still torn about places like Hideaway, and their remodeling is like...
Well, they're going to the Mall of America.
That shit's so commercial.
Yeah, they're
when your bong store looks like the Apple store...
I'm like...
That's tight, though. That's low-key kind of tight, though.
It's a double-edged sword.
ID them right away.
Most likely, yeah.
That's just tight, though, but they just upsell everything now. So, I mean, it's cool. I mean, glass artists are getting their shit out there.
I don't know if they're going to have a full-on head shop there. That's still
They're gonna. I mean, they have a CBD shop.
Well, for the fact that
kiosk.
both of the...
Hey, it's still in Mall America, though.
Both of the Twin Cities hideaways, though, have been remodeled, and they look like the Apple store. They're all bright, white, fluorescent. Everything is clear, vibrant.
I saw something that was like, if we're gonna make like stores that are selling pot look like an Apple store, like when people that are incarcerated for it should be let free.
It's a marketing.
I saw that too. Yeah, that's so true.
It's like, this shit is legal. This is becoming socially acceptable. This is becoming the norm.
So
it's
nice.
like every year they do polls, and the numbers of people in pro marijuana goes up.
No, I mean, once you realize you don't really get a hangover with it a lot of the time.
Well, and CBD too. It's just the culture too. And like I said, shout out to the glass artists. You know, a lot of people are getting this shit out there, and they can supply and demand.
Legacy Glass Works.
And
one of my favorite
shout out
shops.
to Legacy. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't hire me, but I'm not mad at them.
Oh yeah, no, Legacy Glass, I work right by there. They're a cool, dope shop. They have like a dog in the shop every day.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I go and I pet him.
I love their dog.
The dog spins glass.
That'd
Shout
be
out
cool.
to Legacy.
No, Legacy, and then, but yeah, no, it'd be interesting. I'm kind of wondering if, like, cause like I'm kind of hoping that, my work might do something with like CBD massage oils or something. That'd be cool, cause then I could like totally buy some.
I'm surprised your job doesn't sell CBD skincare
products.
There's
at Sex World last night, there was some CBD lotions. There were candles.
I mean,
there's
who knows?
CBD lube.
There is CBD
No,
lube,
no,
yeah.
they had the candles too. They had a good CBD selection. I was surprised.
Yeah, no,
I'll
I mean,
give it to them.
hopefully soon. I don't know.
You have a smaller shop too.
Actually, we expanded.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just an old head, so I just go to
haven't
Sex
been
World
there.
because that's
I
like the
saw
first
it.
place.
Yeah, no, we expand. It's a kind of a small shop still, but I highly
I
recommend
don't know
it.
exactly what you're talking about. It's bondage.
Bondesk, yep.
It's off
Yeah.
Lake, right?
Yeah,
It's off
I haven't
Lake
been
Street.
there, but I've seen
It's
how
that building, 711 West
It's right
Lake
off,
Street.
Yeah, Lake and
Feel
like
free
right
to
across
visit
the street from
me.
like
I love
White
you.
Castle
Really
almost,
will.
right?
I love helping
No,
people
it's
pick
way
out
better.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We have like super cute outfits. I'm gonna be fitted this week for my latex outfit for Rubberball, and I'm super excited.
Love that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a red hot fox.
Super.
So I'm excited because we have every April we have a big party. April 18th is Rubberball, guys. So if you're interested, you have to be 21 plus. But if you're interested, for people who listen in, I highly recommend it. We are selling general admission tickets. We have like dungeons. It's like a 5-story mansion that we rent out.
Sick.
I think VIP might be selling out. So I highly recommend it. But we have top scenes, everything that your little debauchery heart desires.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Dude, I'm
Are there
excited.
cuddle pose?
What?
Are there cuddle pose?
Yeah, you can, if you were into pup play, we have like a shit ton of areas for the pups to play.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Every time I go in there, there's always something new for dog masks and shit.
We have
that's
pup
not me.
hoods and paws and little
gosh.
clothes you can wear. We have collars and harnesses.
I just want a butt plug tail that vibrates.
We don't have vibrating butt plug tails, but we
bring my
do
own.
have butt plug tails.
Bring it on. BYOB.
Yeah, and it is animal themed for the party. So
Oh, that's cool.
that's why I'm going as a fox.
My mom's calling me. I can't answer this. Sorry, Mom.
I'm in the middle of something.
that moment when your parent calls and you're like,
Talking about
fuck,
butt plugs.
I have to act sober now.
No, never that.
So yeah.
Mom, I'm drunk.
So this is some bullshit. Mississippi lawmakers attempt to kill medical marijuana ballot initiative with new strategy. This is dumb. First of all, I just want to say fuck you, Mississippi lawmakers. But yeah, let me read this. Mississippi voters could see multiple proposals to legalize medical marijuana on the state's November ballot. Over the past weekend, lawmakers have introduced several alternatives to the activist-led legalization initiative that qualifies for the ballot last month, and separately 3 bills to legalize medical cannabis. Wow. Have also been filed.
Oh, dude. This is Mississippi?
This is fucking Mississippi.
Fuck Mississippi. That's all I have to say.
Well, I mean, everyone's trying to do their goddamn best, and Canada legalizing has really put pressure on the U.S.
They still have salvia.
I did hear about that, yeah.
Have you guys ever smoked it?
Okay, so
back when it was legal and cool.
I haven't done salvia. I have done peyote.
I haven't done salvia. However, I heard like
Spectrum.
horror stories from salvia because
I've always
apparently
had a good time.
there's a goddess that if you smoke too much appears to you and like freaks you the fuck
Everyone
out.
has
She's
their
like
own
a
trip.
cat.
Everyone has their own trip.
No, but this is like a common trip.
I actually always see cats in my trip. with
Really?
salvia. Yeah. Oh yeah. I always see a black cat for sure. When I smoke
That's the
salvia.
thing. It's a black
Yeah.
cat goddess, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I kind of want to see it,
It's
but I don't know
definitely
if I want to.
And it was fucked up because every time I smoked it, my roommate at the time actually had a black cat and it was a little kitten. So it was just super trippy. Yeah, her name was Serenity.
Oh man, no, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, the funny part is Mississippi is where they grow the legal weed that the government.
I would love to grow
Gross.
salvia too. It's easy.
Because there are like 5 people in America that have a letter from the government that state that they can actually smoke marijuana without repercussions from the government.
Man.
It's weird.
Charlie, I got the golden ticket.
One has to wonder.
Shit.
Oh, keep going. I'm sorry.
No, I gotta actually head out.
You gotta head out.
Yeah, but
So here, I'll take over.
sorry, I gotta cut out to the family obligations.
Yes. Aria has to leave us, but I'm in charge now.
Whatever, just don't break my shit.
I won't break your computer.
I'm sorry to have to cut out early. It was really nice talking to you guys, though.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you.
Yeah, it
We'll
was
do
nice
this
talking to
again
you again.
sometime or something.
Yeah.
Nice
Maybe
to
y'all
meet
can come
you.
over my
Victoria,
little
right?
studio setup
Alright,
too.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, good
yeah.
evening. Yeah, you
Okay,
too. Feel
cool.
free to hit me up on Facebook.
Got
Okay,
a nice
cool.
little setup.